All right, so Peep, it's 2010, 2011, right? I'm probably like a freshman or sophomore, probably in between those years. And this is the early stages of Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. I see I see some artist named J. Cole being tweeted, a couple of times on Twitter with my homies, my friends, or classmates. I see them posting about or tweeting about J. Cole, saying, "Oh, this nigga can rap. Like he's the truth. This man's underrated, super underrated." So just hearing this, I'm like, I'm curious. So I think the first two songs that I ever listened to, I think the first two songs I ever listened to by J. Cole was Who Dat and Cold World. I don't know which one was the first, but I know those two specifically were the first two songs I ever listened to from J. Cole. Now, I feel like that was a perfect introduction. Who Dat and Cold World was the two perfect introductions to who J. Cole was. It literally answered my question, like, who is this? Who is this so-called J. Cole person? Who is this artist? Who Dat perfectly introduced him, and Cold World definitely hooked me into like, okay, yeah, I like this dude. He's my new favorite artist to listen to right now. Cold World, I had it on replay for the longest. Who Dat too was on replay, but Cold World was on replay for sure. I remember like track season, I would have that song being on repeat. Like it would be my like hype song. Like it would hype me up. It'll get me pumped for my practices or track meet. So I know just off of that song, just being hooked to it, I was like, I gotta hear more songs. Like after being tired of it, which I still wasn't, but like I was like, okay, I want to hear more. I want to hear more about this J. Cole person. I want to hear more songs. So I don't know around that time if both the come up and the warm up was up. I think so because Any Given Sunday was also uploaded around that time. I think he dropped those around that time. Gotta been 2011 at least, but yeah, I was just I know I was going on to like different websites, live mixtapes, Dat Piff, like any website that would let me listen to J. Cole's music. I'm trying to listen to everything he got from his mixtapes. If he had an album out, his features, I was trying to listen to all that. That was my favorite rapper at the time. That my new favorite rapper at the time, and now it's just a lot about his music was just like it hooked me. It grabbed onto me. Well, it wasn't just his rap that hooked me into his music. It was also just the realness and storytelling that he would rap about, and it empowered me even to take certain things serious or prioritize certain things versus other things. I remember, and now granted, my parents, they were a big part in my mindset. They were a huge part of my mindset for sure. But when you're growing up, you're living two lives. You got influence at home, and then you got the influence outside of home. So yeah, I had this great foundation at home, but then outside of home is where it also plays a part in your life as well. And J. Cole, listening to J. Cole, it definitely played a huge part. I remember around that time, at a young age, understanding that my parents was doing a lot to try to take care of five children. So they were doing, as much as they could to provide for, five children plus them two. So, and I had, so I never had like really the nice things, and not because they couldn't afford it. The part of it probably might have been the reason, but more so I didn't want to ask them for things because I knew how hard they was working for my family. So I wouldn't ask for certain things. I wouldn't ask for a lot of things, let alone ask for name brand shoes, for example. Like I had Jordans, but they were Team Jordans, and everybody knows wearing Team Jordans, you getting cooked, you get roasted, you getting laughed at for having any other Jordans besides the numbers. You get laughed at. And I had the Team Jordans on. So I remember around that time I was like, I need to get a job and I need to start making money so I can, have nice things. And my parents won't have to worry about buying me new things or buying me the nice things because I felt like it was my obligation to work, for the things that I want. The song "I'm the Man" by J. Cole would help me build confidence in myself. The song "Rags to Riches," I listen to that song till this day. Till this day, like, being broke is it's a bad joke. Like, "Rags to Riches" like motivated me to go hustle and make money, and that was really the start of my entrepreneurship. Around that time, I wasn't of age to get a job, so I was selling Pop Tarts to try to make money. And I remember at one point holding $100 in my hand and just like, wow, like I'm doing it. Like I'm hustling, and it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling. "Rags to Riches." That's one of my favorite songs from the come up. Is "Rags to Riches." It's to, like I say, to this day I still listen to it, and it's so powerful. Whenever I'm down or I'm broke, I listen to that song to get me back up. The warm up, "A Dollar in the Dream 2." Again, another one of those rags to riches. Like, man, go out there and be great. It also motivated me to have a dream, not just to make money, but a dollar in the dream is making that dollar turn into something amazing, a dream. And again, to this day, I haven't stopped dreaming. And I'm 29, I haven't stopped dreaming yet. And I, to this day, listen to "Dollar in the Dream 2, Dollar in the Dream 3. And it just reassures me to never give up on your dreams, even when you're broke, to keep dreaming. Because, I mean, what's life without a dream, to be honest? What's life without a dream? Anybody could work a job for sure, but whatever dream you got, definitely go for it. At least try. At least fight for it. Another song, "How High." I think it was from Any Given Sunday, one of his EPs. "Life is a Movie," "Play Your Own Role," "Climb Your Own Ladder," or "You Dig Your Own Hole," "Sitting Around Crying, That's Like Sitting Around Dying," "You Want to Touch the Sky, Better Figure Out Flying." Lyrics like those just hit to where you want to just like, okay, like, complaining is not going to help. Crying is not going to help. Keeping on, basically. He let you know, like, just keep fighting, just keep going, and that's a lot better than quitting. The more J. Cole transitioned from, what was it, Born Sinner to Forest Hill Drive, his transition from his low fade to him growing out his hair, the more he transitioned, the more and more he became more relatable to me. And because I'm just a chill guy. I'm just a chill guy. The way I dress is chill, simple. You know the whole saying, like, people dress based off of who they listen to. You know, Young Boy fans, they dress like Young Boy, or Lil Baby listeners, they dress like Lil Baby. And then, I was a J. Cole listener, so I would pretty much wear like simplistic stuff. Like, I would have like some nice things, but it would be like simple. I had like that simple swag, that simple drip. You know what I'm saying? I'll have the J's. This is around the time I was making money. I had the J's for sure, but I would have like some simple sweatpants and a shirt, or just, some shorts and a nice hoodie. Like, it'll just be simple. It'll just be simple. I'll have the flex on my feet, but then everything else like comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't have really jewelry or whatever, but I would sometimes have the nice graphic tee with my shoes and just some regular, jeans. There's a song called "Two Face," and he just talks about, again, the good and the bad. Just like the O in J. Cole's name, you got the horns and the angel halo. He talks about the temptations of this world and how it takes a hold of a lot of people. Them worldly temptations, it takes a hold of even the best of us sometimes. Like, he wanted it so bad, he didn't even pull out the condom to even do what he needed to do. He didn't pull out the swimming trunks. Like, even though it's in his pocket and he's ready to use it, he didn't use it. Like decisions like that, like temptations like that is what's real. That's just so real. I say all that just to say, thank you, J. Cole. Thank God first. Thank my parents second. And three, thank you, J. Cole, for being a huge impact in my life as an artist, and through your music and your storytelling, your rapping skills, your realness. Just wanted to say thank you for everything. Just know you made a huge impact in my life for sure.